And you're all familiar with Aya here. Aya with the foghorn leghorn thing going on here. And Aya comes from a very, very distinguished family of tambourine players. And you'll have watched them play the tambourine here at many, many shows. And I'd like to tell you some of the background to Aya's tambourine playing. His great-grandfather, 40 times removed, when the Romans came to try and invade Scotland, his great-great-great, 40 times removed, he was the original Thorn, his name's Aya Thorn, and this great-great-grandfather, Jaggy Thorn, when basically the Romans came, Aya's great-grandfather, 40 times removed, started to play the tambourine, and the Romans get such a fright that they built Hadrian's Wall. And all through the generations, every time the country has been threatened, Aya's ancestors have been there on the battlefield to play the tambourine. In 1297, when William Wallace was fighting the English at Stirling Bridge, Aya's great-grandfather, 20 times removed, Jimmy Thorn, he took out his tambourine as the English were crossing Stirling Bridge, started to play the tambourine, and the bridge collapsed and many hundreds of English were killed. At Bannockburn, as the English charged, again his son was there to play the tambourine, and the front line of the English cavalry just collapsed into the ditches. And so the Thorn family have become the great talisman of Scotland, playing the tambourine for the last two millennia since the Romans came. But every time, you'll notice, I'm sure you've all seen Albanach many times before, and every time he's banging the tambourine off his hand, discs fly off. Now, discs fly off his tambourine. And they're very flexible, actually. It shows you the boy's stronger than he looks. But over all these centuries, every time he has broken a tambourine, the Scotch soldiers in awe would drop to their knees and pick up these little discs off the tambourines. And it was made into one of the great talismans of Scotland. We have the Stone of Destiny on which our kings were crowned. We have the Holy Rood of St Margaret, which is supposedly a piece of the true cross in which Christ was crucified. And also we have our other great talisman made from the tambourine pieces of the last 2,000 years, and we call it the Shiny Shiny. And as a special treat here today, I've had special permission from the elders of the Kingdom of Scotland, and they said you may. And here we have, ladies and gentlemen, the Shiny Shiny! 2,000 years of tambourine parts with history written across them. Ladies and gentlemen, the bloodline of the Holy Grail himself, Aya Thorn. Look at the Shiny Shiny! This honestly is the ones I've just picked up over the last couple of months. And he said to me this morning, you better not. So, I'm Scottish, it had to be done. We're ready to go? Alright, ladies and gentlemen. I'll do it. It's got to be done the right way, so here we go. The old battle cry. Behold! I see my father, I see my mother, I see my sisters, my brothers. I see the bloodline go back through the days of Bruce and Wallace to the very first Scot. They called to me, and one day I will join them in the land of Tirnanog, where the heroes and patriots of Scotland live forever. Ladies and gentlemen, Albanach!